Yeah. Treadmill reviews. Some very fine people have poisoned their husbands. Hey, active readers. Welcome to Treadmill Reviews. I am Conrad, your mediocre runner and your average reader. Today, I'm kicking off the new series, which is Best Treadmill Reads. I know the treadmill is horrible, but I believe there is a way to enjoy your time on it, to engage your mind, and to also get a workout in. And that's what this series is all about. We're going to be talking about the best books, the best movies, TV shows, even comic books. They're going to keep you motivated and keep you entertained while you get that cardio in. Woo, let's get it going. And for our very first literary adventure on the treadmill, we're going to talk about something that's all the rage right now, and that's The Devils by Joe Abercrombie himself. Anybody who has not read Joe Abercrombie, he is Lord Grimdark. We all bow to this master. He's the brilliant mind behind The First Law. He's one of BookTubers and Book Talk's favorite authors. And this is his new book in his new trilogy, The Devils. Without spoiling anything, this book takes place in an alternate history of Europe. It's got a Van Helsing-esque cast. We got a werewolf, we got a vampire, necromancer, cursed knight. All of them are led by Brother Diaz, an unfortunate monk tasked with an impossible mission, and that's to put a street thief on the throne of Troy. Why is Devils so good for your cardio sessions? Well, for starters, the book is wildly engaging. Joe Abercrombie is a master of characters. He's going to take you, put you right into perspectives, and honestly, you're not going to waste any time with this book having to remember where the characters were at, what they were doing, what's going on with the plot. You're not going to have to waste any time getting the vibe again either. You're going to open the book up, you're going to hit the start button on your treadmill, and you're going to be right back in it. Abercrombie is a master of putting you into the character's mind. Part of why this book is so engaging is that the pacing is great. There's plenty of dialogue, and the banter and the way the characters interact with each other is really the heart of this book. It's just like fantastic, and there's multiple moments where I was laughing out loud on my treadmill, which if you've ever been on a treadmill, you know you look like a crazy person doing that. But I think honestly what keeps you so engaged for a lot of it is that just alongside all this banter is a bunch of action. I mean, the action's constant. Every single part ends with a huge action sequence, and the way that Abercrombie writes it is just like so visceral. You're right in there with it. And when you're on the treadmill and your blood's pumping and you're reading action, you're just like fully absorbed and totally committed. I also felt like one of the reasons this book was so perfect for the treadmill is that the chapters are like the perfect length. They're not so long that you get lost in the sauce and you're completely out of it. And they're not super short, so you do have time to like get absorbed. I felt like you'd get 2 chapters in a really quick cardio session. Gotta emphasize the humor though. Joe Abercrombie is like unique and dark, witty British humor. Just works really well in this book, and you will be laughing out loud. And that when you're working out and you're doing your cardio, whether it's an exercise bike or a treadmill or your incline walk, it just makes the workout feel like that much less of a chore. I'm just going to touch on the plot for just a second. I have read some criticisms that the people who have also finished this book felt like the plot was subpar. I personally felt like the plot was very straightforward, not complicated at all. And from the perspective of a treadmill read, that's fantastic. You don't want to spend energy trying to decipher some complex or sophisticated plot. You want to be immersed in the book, and you want to forget about the burning sensation in your legs. And honestly, The Devil succeeds in that. It also helps that Abercrombie writes in a way that doesn't require any like overt visualization. Like, you're not going to be spending your time on this book painting some grand mental images of what's going on. And I think for some readers, that might be like a con, but when you're talking about reading on a treadmill, I think it's a definite. It's only fair to mention a couple potential downsides of this book. If you're not a fan of like rampant swearing the entire book, I don't know if this would be for you. It's also really quite mature in its themes of violence, There's also definitely some adult content that happens a couple times in the book. Neither one of those are for you. I would potentially stay away. All the descriptions aren't super vivid and the plot is very direct. This is a big book and you are going to have to pay attention to what's going on. If you tend to zone out a lot, you might kind of not enjoy this. You would probably have to go back and reread. If you prefer something slightly more passive or light for while you're exercising, I don't know if this is going to be the book for you. It is big. It's almost 600 pages long. And now before you go out, buy this book and start base training, I do want to mention a couple treadmill tips. If this is your first time kind of trying to read while you're on a treadmill, start slow and low. Think 15-minute miles or 20-minute miles with a 5% incline that you're just hiking up. You don't want to get so lost into your book that you tip over, lose balance. That would be horrible. You don't want that. You want to enjoy your time on the treadmill. And honestly, if you're just getting going and you just have a treadmill, 15-minute miles are great. I think that's a great place to start. Personally, I just use the Kindle app on my phone with an adjusted font size. It's really super convenient, but I have used my actual Kindle and just set it on the front with great success before. If you're going to use a book, hardcover books, they weigh themselves down really nicely when they're set up here. I think that you could have really great success. Just make sure that you have really good lighting. You don't want to be squinting at it or really hunched over while you're on here. You do kind of want to be standing up some. If you cannot make this happen with a book, you will be so happy to hear that this audiobook has been blessed by Stephen Pacey. His work is amazing. He is goated. And if you have a Spotify premium membership, the book is available for you on there for no additional charge. My wife personally prefers his renditions of Abercrombie's work over just reading the books themselves. I think you will be so happy, so content to listen to this book. Overall, do I think The Devils is a great treadmill read? Absolutely. It's got an amazing ability to distract you, to immerse you, and because of that, I'm going to give The Devils 4 out of 5 stars. All right, that was my take on If the Devils by Joe Abercrombie was a good companion for cardio. Let me know, are you guys reading while you're on the treadmill? Are you reading on the exercise bike? What are you reading? Do you have something that you think is perfect for it? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. If you're interested in seeing more videos like this, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. A couple weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, the apocalypse will be televised. Dungeon Crawler Carl, I'll be letting you know on my treadmill thoughts. Happy reading, happy running.
Brother Diaz did not break for lunch. He did not need to eat. He was fueled by pure administration.